Hey guys, today we're talking about driving from El Centro, California to
San Filipe, Mexico.
Let's go.
So for this, as we previously said, we got our FMM card, which it is a tourist visa.
Yeah.
We read some reports that people were having issues with them. People are having issues with them and getting only a few days.
Few days, few weeks, a month, not the full 6.
So as a tourist, we have 6 months, but they're not legally, they're not enforced to give you that. So we went to Mexicali on the west.
The west entrance.
So there's 2 borders in Mexicali. We did not know this.
The west entrance goes right downtown Mexicali, and it's a very tight area to get in through with a big vehicle. And then you have the east entrance, which is good for trucks.
It's
or
perfect.
What we have.
So we went a few days before. We went on the Friday. We came here Monday. So we went a couple days before. We just went in. Google, we'll put a map on here where this office is, because Google had us kind of going in circles. We just parked down the street. We walked around and around and around. And then luckily some amazing, I think they're taxi drivers that just stand outside and just wait for people to come in from the US and offer taxis.
And they see me walking around looking like I was lost.
We were so grateful to them. They tell us where to go. So we kind of went in the wrong way, the back way. But that was fine. Everybody's so welcoming and so nice and so polite and just lovely. We just went in there, took our passports, and bring cash with you.
Yes.
If you don't, because they don't take credit cards or anything. And if you
peso.
have pesos, or they will accept American currency as well.
Might as well use pesos. Getting used to using pesos. It's always easier with pesos.
We had, we didn't have enough pesos, so we used American, which was $200 for all 5 of us, and we got the full 180 days. The lady was very, very helpful. She just kind of asked what we were doing, and then she told us where to go and get the temporary import permit for your car, but because we're in the free zone, we didn't get it. So we were all set.
Yeah, and it was very easy getting the FMM card. They filled it all out for us. We didn't have to do that. You can print them off online and try to fill them out or do them online.
So with that being said, be very, very, very careful. There's a lot of websites that are not real. They will promise to give you the 180 days, but they are actually fake. People have reported of paying all this money and then they don't get anything in their email. I would just recommend go to the border a few days before, get your paperwork in order, and then when you're crossing with your trailer, RV, then it's just a lot easier to do.
Have your insurance, have your FMM, and you can just cross through and go.
So when you cross the Mexican border, you just go.
Yep.
No, there is no place that asks you for passports or anything. A lot of speed bumps. And then this is on the east side. Again, we'll put a map on there, which one we used to come in. So the good thing about going for the FMM was that we got to see how tight it was.
Through the west entrance.
And that's when we decided to do a little bit of research and realized, oh, there's 2.
Yeah, the east entrance was much, much easier. And there's even cars going through there.
Oh, yes.
It's not designated for only trucks. And as you're coming up, commercial trucks will go to the left, you'll go to the right in a private vehicle.
And then we were stopped because you're in an RV.
We stand out.
And so they just told us to stop, pulled us over. It took 5-10 minutes. The guard just came in. Very, very lovely lady.
Very, very polite. They asked for permission to go to the back.
Yeah, she just said, I just need to check some things. Do you have any alcohol, any weapons, any drugs? No, no, no. Didn't check our fridge, didn't check any cupboards. Just wanted to kind of look around and said, have a wonderful trip.
Yeah, unless you give them a reason or act suspicious for them to go further into opening everything up, they're not going to. They read a lot of people every day, and they know who they kind of got to deal with. Be polite.
Yep, just be polite and just, oh, can I come in? Absolutely, come on in. Come have a look.
Offer a bottle of water. Or...
Yes, and then so we were on our way. The roads were very good.
Yep. Yeah, from what we've read, really rough roads, a lot of debris on the roads. We had no issues at all.
Nope.
We talked to some people that say the roads were a little bit worse than they have been recently, and we had no issues with them.
Nope.
And it's a very short drive. It's only 2.5 hours from Mexicali to San Filipe.
Only thing, when you were driving in Mexico, as soon as you get in, the roads, the rules change a little bit. So when you were driving down the highway, highway,
Highway.
Yeah. When you're driving down the highway, if there's an opening, cars will pass. So the polite thing to do is you move over to a safe enough distance into the shoulder, and you let them pass, and then you move back in.
And the thing is as well, if you're coming towards vehicles where that vehicle you see is moving off to the side, you move off to the side as well.
And if you're in the front and you notice that there's somebody that wants to pass you and it's safe to do so, put on your left
signal
to let them know that it's safe to do so. So you kind of all help each other out, which is, we love it. Getting here to San Filipe, the roads were very well maintained, we thought.
Yeah.
We have been on other roads where have been questionable. The scenery, we read the scenery is not that nice. We found it beautiful.
Salt flats.
There's salt flats, there's sand dunes, there's mountains.
There's everything.
It was everything we experienced in the States, but just all in
together.
One place.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Yeah, the scenery changed quite a bit.
Yeah, it was really nice. And then coming to San Filipe, we are staying at Kiki's campground. And
awesome place.
Very awesome place.
Awesome people. So when you get to the campground, make sure you have pesos ready to go. They do accept US dollars or pesos, but as we said, you want to have pesos. Have it ready to go. Sometimes you'll even get a deal.
Very well taken care of campground.
The workers are awesome guys. Very, very polite, very nice guys.
Talking about pesos, if you need to use the ATM, we highly recommend going to Calimax, which is a grocery store. They have 2 ATMs there for Canadians, Canadian friends, HSBC, if it's working. So always plan ahead. We found that we're just going week by week, and then we go and get money, and they are both out of order.
Yeah, the ATMs were not working. No idea when they were going to be working. Start getting short on cash. It's not fun.
And another thing to carry with you is toilet paper.
Yeah, make sure you have toilet paper, your wipes. Yeah, there's not going to be any at any of the banuas. It's fend for yourself, and remember, you do not flush toilet paper.
No.
I'm not talking about wipes. You do not flush any toilet paper.
No.
It is not good for the pipes. The pipes cannot handle it.
Correct. You do have to pay to use the bathrooms, the public bathrooms. Check out the Malecon. That place is awesome.
Walking up and down, especially at nighttime, there is a lot of life.
Yep.
It's amazing. The lights, the people.
And wherever you're walking, people will be outside offering you a menu, asking if you want to look at something. If you don't want to look at anything, you say no gracias, smile, and keep walking. Um, if you are looking for a restaurant, feel free to ask them for a menu. If you
Check
want
it out.
to, if you want to get an idea of how much something will be, ask them for the menu first, and then if it's too expensive, the options are just not what you're looking for, just say, okay, I'm gonna come back. I'll keep looking. Muchas gracias, and that's fine.
All right, so with tipping, that is going to be a thing you're wanting to do. People don't make a lot of money hourly or daily here. So when you get a service, make sure you tip. You go get water filled up, tip the guy who just filled up the water. And go into the grocery store, tip the guy who just bagged or put the food in your cart. They're not paid salary. A lot of these people are working off of tips.
Also with the water,
Opted to still get the bottle going to fill up at the water station just because you do what the locals do. If the locals are getting filtered water, you get filtered water. If you see a lot of the locals are drinking, then it's probably safe to do. He said there's a lot of bleach in the water, so we opted to not drink that, but we're showering with it, we're brushing our teeth with it, we're washing the dishes with it.
with gassing up, we have read a lot of stories about people getting ripped off. So the best tip that I have read, and we just did it today and it worked perfect, was just kind of have an estimate of how much you think, if it's liters or if it's gallons, how much it should cost. Do the math in your head quickly, and then you just go up to them, and we just said 500 pesos.
Yeah.
And then we saw quickly it switched to 00, and he did 500 pesos. It almost filled up our Jeep. Perfect. So on our way here, we did have to stop at a checkpoint by the National Guards.
Yes.
One of them came in. He was very, very polite and just kind of looked around. Did ask for one of us. I went with him just to look, and then he just flat out told me, it's just so you know I'm not stealing anything. So he just checked the fridge, checked everything to make sure we had no weapons, no drugs. Asked if we had any pop, which we didn't, but I did offer him a water bottle. Dead heat. So
yeah, very hot out there. He opened up the freezer just to check what was in there, and water ball came out at him. So yeah, go ahead, keep it.
yeah, take it with you. He was very grateful. And just one tip in Mexico driving: do not drive at night.
Never.
Plan your route, especially right now, like in Baja. It's not because of the dangers. It could all be, but there's a lot of cattle that comes on the roads. And right now there's still repairs from a hurricane that happened probably 3 weeks before we got here.
Yeah.
Parts of roads are still washed out. And
Topes, the speed bumps, you don't know what you could come upon, and it'll be before you can stop.
exactly.
So, and as well, we visited a Telcel, got a SIM card for my phone. Much easier. You're going to be able to go off of Mexican plan. Everything is going to be a lot more simple.
We have been told best coverage in Mexico is Telcel, and very easy. You just ask them for a SIM card. They pop it in for you, activate it for you.
Just like any other store does.
I think it was $200 200 pesos
Yep.
for 3 gigabytes, which we have Wi-Fi, so it's not a big deal. But when we're on the road or anything, then we have data with us.
It's unlimited calling and texts.
And so far, so good.
Yeah, it's worked out great.
And I highly, highly, highly recommend learning some Spanish.
You're in a Spanish country.
Maybe
It's hard when you don't know the language and you're trying to communicate. It's not the easiest thing, so,
maybe a little bit more than you think you should.
Yeah, absolutely.
San Filipe does have quite a few fun things happening throughout, so make sure you Google and look that up. There was just like a Jeep thing.
Yeah, there was an event at Kiki's here, and it was a bunch of guys out of California, Arizona, and they come down for the weekend, and there was probably, let's say, 20 Jeeps
Yeah.
maybe even more in this small campground. Plus, across the street, they had that filled as well.
Yeah.
And they stayed for the weekend. During the day, they went off, did some driving. And then, so it's nice and quiet during the day, and then they come back and it's filled up again.
And then there's a shrimp festival or something happening. This is a fishing town, so
Beginning of next month. Yeah.
seafood is a big thing here. But yeah, we're having a blast being here. We're able to finally rest a little bit and
Stop moving week to week.
and breathe a little bit. I hope this video helps. I hope you have some. I hope we gave you some useful information.
If you have any other questions, always drop a comment. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, and we'll just keep sharing everything that we keep learning.
Absolutely. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.
And thanks for watching.
Have a great day. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.